Hey, good evening, everyone. What's happening? What's happening? I wanted to share with you a little bit about this weekend. We just got back from Vegas. It was a wild time, and we were at a two-day conference called what was it called? Risk on 360 in Las Vegas as we were celebrating the NASCAR, excuse me, not the NASCAR, but the Formula One racing over there. And you guys, I'm going to do a little bit of a little more mito right now while I'm speaking with you this evening. Still recuperating a little bit from Las Vegas here, but what I want to share with you is that we were at a conference down there, and the response to having this product, keep in mind this is the first time that I actually went to a conference to speak to a whole bunch of people. Previously, I've had parties at my house with, this isn't the typical bottle. I actually had to put it in a smaller one for travel purposes. So I have one upstairs in my room. It's a smaller one for traveling. It's a cilantro container here for cilantro detox. But my point is previously, I have people come over to my house all the time to demo this product. And then I also, on a next level up, I have had house parties at my house with people demonstrating this product. And then I also have had, I have been to a club scene before. Hey guys, I've been to a club scene before where I've had people demoing this product. And so then this time I just came back from 1,000+ person conference where I had this in my pocket and I was giving this product. What's up, DC? Good seeing you here, brother. Where I was demoing this product to, all kinds of different professionals, cryptocurrency millionaires, to a lot of different celebrities were there, to, I also was, Tucker Carlson actually showed up as well. And I didn't get a chance to meet him, but also what was very interesting, there's a lot of anti-aging doctors there and psychologists as well. And also a lot of PR firms out there, like Logan Paul's people were there. I've got a meeting with them actually tomorrow, Logan Paul's film crew, and also different PR firms and authors and stuff like this that are just amazing people that document like really cool ideas and stuff like this, and that get the word out there properly about different things. And so if you guys have been following my story, obviously for those of you that you don't know, I had been dealing with frontal temporal lobe dementia for 26 years. And I'm not going to say that this prevents or cures or anything like this, but let's just say that people are seeing quite a big change in me. Hello, Cicely. Seeing quite a humongous change in how I am nowadays. And please keep in mind, I've had pink eye the past few days from shaking way too many hands. I actually put this stuff into my eye, and so I've had pink eye before in the past. I know it's kind of gross and so disgusted about, but actually it's going away like extremely quickly within like 48 hours or something like this. And also got food poisoning my last day in Vegas. So I'm a little roughed up. But back to this conference is what I was doing at this conference was I was having all these people demo this product, from doctors to psychologists, anti-aging doctors, that they thought it was kind of interesting because when I'm talking to doctors, for example, and I have this stuff in my mouth right now as I'm speaking with you all, is they share with me like what they think is like big, big technologies when it comes to, what's up, Wes? They're showing with me their big technologies when it comes to anti-aging breakthroughs and stuff like this. I'm listening, I'm like being all polite, and I'm listening to what they're talking about and stuff. Hi, Chris. And I'm listening, okay, so you think that's really big, cool. Oh, hydrogen water is a big deal. Oh, gotcha. Oh, this telomere support. Oh, gotcha. That's cool. And then I go ahead and I whip out my little, and I say hello to my little friend. And you guys, I'm carrying this around like I come in like the cool kid, with the good stuff, and I come into the place and I start demoing this product with doctors and psychologists. And let me share something with you. As soon as I have them put this underneath their tongue, and 5 to 10 minutes later, they're having just a freaking blast on this stuff. There you go, get a little brighter here for you, okay? They're having a freaking blast on this stuff. Like I have psychologists that typically don't go ahead and prescribe or recommend supplements for their clients, for example, and all of a sudden these psychologists are like, holy smokes, like what is in this stuff? Like, what is this? Like, is this like cocaine or something? Like, what is this stuff right here, right? I'm like, No, there's no caffeine in it whatsoever. So, but the reason why this is so effective, let me just set that down because this bottle's not even the real bottle here. But the reason why, what's up, Will? Will's on the MOREMITO. Will, go ahead and put down below like how badass this stuff is, right? Like, it's like I have over 200 people using this stuff, so it's like about 200 people now. It's been great. So, and I'm very passionate about it because here's the deal. We did the math finally on this, guys. I want you to listen to this mathematical equation. Did you know that there is 30 trillion cells in the human body? Okay, I want you to think about this right now. 30 trillion, isn't that crazy? 30 trillion cells in the human body. Now, what's even further interesting is that there's on the average about 2,000 mitochondria in every cell besides the red blood cells. Okay, so you do the math on that, it ends up being 60 quadrillion mitochondria in the human body right there. So slightly more than just the human cells. So you can't rule out the fact that this is something very powerful right here, that the mitochondria are probably kind of really important because, for example, mitochondria in all your neurons. Well, guess what? If your neurons didn't have batteries in them, what good are those neurons going to do? Because all the little things can't do what the little things do right there. Okay, so hello, Devany. So again, 60 quadrillion mitochondria. I remember Devin and I went to the same school where we'd actually color in the mitochondria back in, high school and stuff like this, back in biology class and everything. And so if we didn't skip school, but anyways, so just keep in mind, like the stem cells, for example, not just the neurons, but the stem cells. If the batteries were not in the stem cells, how well do you think those stem cells are going to work? Probably not too hot, right? So you guys, we're supercharging the human body for the first time in the history of aging. Okay, I used to say the history of anti-aging, but this is the history of aging. Here we are in 2023, moving into 2024, and now 2024 is going to be known because all the case studies coming out that we cracked the code on aging. Devin, I don't know why you haven't called me yet. Like, I don't know how any of my friends in their 30s or 40s and stuff like this, or their 50s, like, it's like you can lead a horse to water and stuff like this. It's like, but you can't get it to drink. It's like, I don't know. I'm just like blown away how people are not like, what do you got? You got the value for real? Oh, you look so young at 47 years old. Oh, you're almost 50, but you look like your energy is so crazy. So let me get back to this. This is very interesting. As I'm at this conference, okay, Logan Paul's film crew, I spoke to them today. They said to me, from a distance, you stood out, like just energetically. It was like a shining star across the whole entire conference. It's like a big conference at this hotel, okay? And they said that I just radiated just light. Okay, the reason why we're radiating light, and I say this humbly because it's not just about me, it's about everyone that's using this product, right? Is that the thing about it is that when you're supercharging, think about this like the stars in the galaxy, for example. You look up at the stars, you ain't seeing 60 quadrillion stars. You may see like 100 or 200 around your peripheral vision, but we're talking inside of you, this being the light right here. Okay, and again, keep in mind, I got pink eye right now. I had food poisoning all day long, and I've been kicking it in Vegas, drinking way too many espresso martinis, all day long out in Vegas at these conferences and stuff. And that's another beautiful thing is this stuff, just be careful because this on alcohol is like adding an aphrodisiac onto your espresso martinis, which makes for a good time, okay? So you guys, what I also want to say about this, so I found that very interesting that this was the first time, at a major social event that here we had doctors and also psychologists enjoying mitochondria enhancement technology the first time, that all of a sudden they were done talking about their products. They're just like, what in the world is this? So I've got all these guys' contact information. I've got all these PR firms that are hot on my story about how I had frontal temporal lobe dementia, and all of a sudden things are different, we should say right now, okay? I had what Bruce Willis has. I went from dumb to extremely intelligent basically overnight when I started. That's the best way to go ahead and sum this up. I'm the most documented case with the Daniel Amen's, amenclinics.com. So what I also would like to just impress upon guys is this year, like networking, I was held back, and I've got 15,000 people on my phone and stuff like this, but you look at the people on social media here, like my new friend Spectacular, for example, he's got 1.2 million. That was with this. This is he just joined me today. 1.2 million followers on Instagram. Okay, Spectacular is his name. Really cool guy. So you look at these social media influencers and how they're growing their people, growing how many people they have, so what they're passionate about. I'm encouraging you guys right now to start taking part in like local meetups, start taking part in different like just functions around you, or the conferences where you can meet like-minded people for whatever you guys are doing out there. Okay, I love the more well-rounded things out there, like these business conferences where you're talking about entrepreneurships and people are talking about like health breakthroughs in health and technology and stuff like this, and like the future and all this stuff. That's what I like about this, is it seriously like ties into basically anything out there. I could take this to a hair salon conference and be like, hey, guess what? This starts regrowing hair because hair loss is a mitochondria issue. I could go ahead and take this to some other place. Cicely, you definitely should get on this. It's the biggest breakthrough in the history of any health and wellness product out there in the world. So, I mean, you can ask my buddy Wes that's on this call, like how his depression went sayonara just like that, basically in day one, be on this product. On day two, Wes couldn't even talk. Wes says, MOREMITO is amazing. I've been on it for 6 weeks now, and it's definitely changed my life for the better. Hello. Okay. I thank you, Wes. Appreciate you, brother. And, golly, the stories are so groundbreaking though, guys. Okay. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, schizophrenia, all these things are a mitochondria dysfunction. And all I'm doing is being loud every single day because I want to help as many people change their lives for the better. Okay. I'm not focused on the money. There's plenty of money. And you guys, I want to say just like a prayer in a minute here, because I had a friend of mine, I found out today. I just want to say that sending prayers and energy out to our friend Jim Marks, who just took his life. I just found out today here, a local friend in Kirkland, Jim Marks, he just took his life. And you know what? This really, what I want to impress on the fact is that it was one of my friends that had called me up and told me about this. But Jim took his life, and Jim and I had spoken just a few weeks before, and him and I were both talking about this, how him and I were both on the verge of suicide right there. And we were like praying for each other, Jim and I were. Okay. Now the thing about it is that, at that time, I didn't have really an answer for Jim because I hadn't discovered this technology. My friend was, Jim wanted to go have coffee with him. I won't mention his name in this call, but Jim wanted to go have coffee with him. Things were, Jim was like hallucinating and, hallucinating. He was seeing things in the spirit, in this other frequency realms, right? Like, and stuff, because Jim was on his way out. And the thing about it is that if this technology was in our hands, we would have been able to, I'm positive we would have been able to save Jim's life because of the rapid effect that this has on the human cells and on all the neurons, supercharging the neurons, so the neurons can actually do what they do with dopamine, serotonin, blah, 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 instead of some kind of serotonin, excuse me, no disrespect, reuptake. I'm just a little upset that this had happened to one of my friends. And this was the first time. What's up, Joe? This is the first time one of my friends had taken his life, the closest situation where I was there, like right there. And if I would have had this product and had it in his hands, chances are Jim would have been here today. So when my friend shared this with me today, I told him, I said, you know what? Because another friend of ours, their daughter had taken her life. And I said, now that we have something that can really save people's lives right now, at least we have an option. Even if we never even bought the product whatsoever, still there's an opportunity is to have a referral link and share it out with someone that that's in depression or anxiety or PTSD, and be like, hey, here's something that can help you. Take a look at it, do your own due diligence, because unfortunately, these different medications out there in the world that say that they help with people's how they feel aren't as effective. We'll just say we'll say as nice as possible, that they don't.